Okay, let's get into it. I think we're doing the thing about as good as we can get, you know. Make sure everything's doing right. Okay, that's working. I can hear myself. Chat is up. Let's get over to the sim now. Okay, I don't even know if the helicopter's out yet. It's supposed to be out within the hour. So, we'll see. It is a warm one today. Got the AC cranking in here. So, we'll hope. Here's to hoping. Marketplace, if not, we'll kind of fly around some of their other aircraft in the meantime. Helicopter. Need to go to Taogs Hangar. Can I just go to all of their stuff? That's from them. No, I don't see a way just to... Hello, Southeast Aviation. Good to see you. Okay. Okay, it looks like we're still waiting. Also, I don't know if you saw the Discord here, but there's a company that does things called, what's it called? Aeroloft, I think. And they just released a trailer, I should say, for a like new career mode thing for rescues and whatever. And anyways, it looks great. It looks really good. Can't wait. But yeah, we're still waiting on this to pop out, so I'll beep bop around and fly. Where should we do this? I'm thinking... I mean, it's the Dolphin. Oh, people are home. Dogs will bark for a second. So if you guys can hear that, much apologies. But I knew that was going to happen. So yeah, waiting on Discord for them to say that the Dolphin is out. Everybody seems to be waiting. Everybody's sending GIF images of them waiting for it. Latest message is... See, he messaged them. He said, "Thank you, sorry for asking again, but do you think it will be out soon? My Discord is imploding right now." And they said, "We are getting the release set up, and I will let you know when it's live." So, that means very soon. So until then, today's a Taogs Hangar Day. We're going to do this. Configure. I want floats. Saving back. Because I learned the other day that you can knock the tail rotor off. They told me how. And I want to do it. Beep, beep. There we go. There's the start. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Oop. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Shift C. Ooh. There also was like a 2 gigabyte update that I had to go through today. So that's a thing. Why is my door not visible? visible, but open. That's the key here. Okay, so battery down here. Battery on. Start pump on. Anti-collision lights. Ignition. Got a starter button. Somebody was complaining on my how to start video the other day. And I was like, and the starter button's here on the front of the collective. And then I was going through the startup procedure, and he's like, you didn't show where it was. You didn't show where it was. I was like, I leaned forward. Maybe I didn't, like, come down here and stick my eyeballs on it, but you have a start button there. Like, sorry. My bad. Let's see. This one's one that I gotta hold. Okay. But yeah, that Aerosoft thing looks cool. Okay, so from what they were telling me was that when you start, like, they kind of built some failures into the system so that way if you mess up, and it has consequences. So if I were to leave this door open as we start flying, it'll just close by pressure. If I leave the pilot's door open, what's behind the pilot's door straight back? Tail rotor. So it'll delete your tail rotor. And I don't know if there's like a percentage chance that it happens or if it happens every time. That one blew closed. This one, oh my god, wait, where'd my door go? But I think something messed up because I still have tail rotor authority, and if you look, I don't have a tail rotor. It's gone. Yeah, I wanted to do like a loss of tail rotor auto rotation landing, but it appears that I still have tail rotor authority even though I do not have a tail rotor. Oop, the Doomsday plane's out and about again. Flew over the house the other day, I missed it, pretty upset about that. So anyways, I want to restart because I'd rather have the tail rotor. And here in a few minutes, we'll hop back out and we'll check. I want to fly up to the lake right now and just do a auto rotation landing into the lake. And that will be one round with a Taogs helicopter while we're waiting for the release of the 365. Okay. Battery, start pump. Click and hold. Oh, did my battery not stay on? I wonder what they're going to do with the old Air Force ones. I assume there's probably equipment out of those that they're wanting to save for whatever reason. I don't know what that could be. Okay, let's go fly to a lake. Let's go do an auto into some water. Some water. What's a United plane doing here? Hopefully, by the time we get up there, which is like a 5-minute flight, we will be that much. I mean, obviously, we'll be that much closer to release. Raining over there? Yeah. Very cool. Let's go to the rain, then take a right. That sounds like the correct direction to get there. Get up to where it's raining, then we'll head east. This is not the lake that we're going to, by the way. It's kind of dark and nasty up here. And also there is a 120-page manual that has come out with the release of the AS365 Dolphin. I have looked through it. I have not memorized it, and we will more or less be going in dry. But there are also a lot of systems in there that are very good for people who are into extremely serious simulation flying, which is not me. If that's what you expect me to be, I hate to tell you that, but I am not the extreme serious simulation flyer. Pilot real life, yes. Extreme accurate simulation flyer to an extent. But I'm not doing all of the systems tests beforehand. I'm not following perfect FAA procedures for landing approaches, radio calls, airspace. I kind of treat the simulator as a zero repercussion machine, where I can do stuff that's a bit more extreme than what I would do in my day-to-day. Generally learn some limits, take those with a huge grain of salt, then apply those in real life. And also, it's fun. I get to do this and just talk, which is also a lot of fun. Let's see, let's check the Discord. Still in process. Yeah, I guess it's raining up at my friend's house. Sick. It is sunny and 7,000 degrees at my house right now. Throw some clouds up here. I actually want to do a steeper 180-degree auto rotation. I don't know where the wind's coming from, though. I did not look. Can we tell from the water up here? Probably not. Ready, auto's coming up. We're going to kind of go over there to the left of the island peninsula. It's really an island, but it sells as a peninsula here in the sim. So there goes engine, catch the rotor RPM, landing spot in shot. This thing just floats down. There we go. Successful auto, and there's actually a community boat dock here, which is what we use, so we are there. Anybody joining in, we're waiting for the Taogs Hangar release, which should be shortly. And until then, we're just flying some of the other Taogs vehicles until such a time that I can go and click the download button on the 365 itself. And as you see right here, here's the docks that we were looking to land near. So, very cool. This thing autos really, really well. I wonder what it looks like for like a zero airspeed auto. What about a no flare? What's a no flare look like with this thing? Let's go down towards this peninsula here. Want to do a lower speed auto. Now we're down like 40. That would have been rougher there, that's for sure. But there's the thing you gotta, I don't want to say worry about. Hey, I've got the governor on. What are you doing? And that thing being, if you're descending at a quick rate straight down, you are most likely below ETL. And when you will be applying power, you will have power applied, and you'll be descending at greater than 300 feet per minute, so you have to have some like wee little bit of forward movements. That way you're not really just shoving yourself into a settling with power vortex or ring state sort of landing, which would suck if you autoed nice all the way to the ground, but then you were slightly descending too fast and slightly not moving forward enough to be able to take advantage of any sort of lift. There we go. Calm down. Okay, let's see what Discord people are saying. Do we have a helicopter? Still nothing. Cool. Getting close though. So let's do a risky auto. Tree height. Low speed. Yep, no bueno. Okay, let's try that again. Tree height's hard. You do not have room to play. And I'm doing a power off auto there, or a engine failure auto as well. Which is, I'm not setting myself up for it and entering it and landing. I am cutting the engine power as we're flying. Then hearing or noticing the, what's going on. It's possible. You got to be on your game. That's for sure. Dude, a helicopter that floats would be sick. I don't know what like the rule is. It's like, okay, cool, like you can land on water if you need to, but I don't think it's like a, hey, you're supposed to be landing on water sort of thing. That's what I'm curious about. If I could just go up here and land on the water, then perfect, you know. Thing is, it's like the tail is so close to the water there. You see, there is tail in the water. How hard is this to get out in third person offset like this? Dude, VR hovering like this is not easy. Holy crap. And like once you kind of get your level set, it's not that bad, but entering it and like having crooked viewing position. The time is supposed to be between 1 and 2, I believe. So basically now, or between 1 and 3, I don't remember, but I was able to get my headset working. It started working for a shot. I said, okay, cool, I'm gonna start streaming now while it still loves me. This is, I mean, it's his place, but the trees in this neighborhood are old growth.
They are much taller and much bigger. I wonder if his roof is peakable. Nope. Sad. Come on, give me chip lights. Give me the chippy. Look, I'm an ARMA pilot. Get out. Droop the rotor, it don't matter. That was a good gap there, wasn't it? Goodness. I was trying to crash it there. Really just trying to like throw the engine through some stuff. There we go. Got some chips. We're gonna have a failure here. I'm looking forward to it. There's a chip light I have been waiting on. Oh no, we have a chip light. What do we do? Well, we're gonna have a failure soon. That's what that usually means. We're flying like a buffoon. Come on, follow me, gearbox. Main rotor transmission chips. Damn right it does. Zero mechanical empathy. Transmission oil temp. Perfect, we're close. Fail. Fail. Really over torquing it there, trying to piss it off. Transmission oil pressure. Yes, 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 yes. I wonder if I can get my tail rotor to disappear too. Yep. There we go, tail rotor's gone. But it still works, sadly. Not an engine out. Dude, these are like, I'm like a person who rides in 2000 and, there we go. That's a failure. There we go. Down safely, fellas. Okay, let's hop out now that I got the failure out of it. In flight. Let's see. The Discord. It's out. We're in it. Shoo! Okay, let's get into it. I gotta come out of VR for a second. Don't mind me just looking at the sky. It's got a headset on my forehead. I've acquired the item. My library. I want to download it, because then I can not worry about streaming issues or anything. See, here it says streamed. I want to download. 8 gigabytes. Oh, we're gonna be here for a minute. I think I can still fly it while it's downloading. Hey Dino, what's going on, bud? McDill, sure. New configure. Man, look at all the freaking varieties of this. Let's see, search and rescue, long nose. I want to do Civ model first. So let's just do standard, like VIP, transport, livery. I'm a sucker for blue. Not gonna worry about fuel or payload. Let's see what mass management looks like. What is our seating and cargo? 2 out of 7 seats. Let's go ahead and throw me in there. Might as well. So I'm not gonna worry about a co-pilot. I don't want to look any lane right now. Cargo, we can have that up to 4,300 pounds. Goodness. The fuel, pretty decent. Sure. Okay. Let's actually see. Oh, that's our spot there. That's our spot. Bandwidth too low. That's because I'm downloading an 8 gigabyte helicopter. You wouldn't download a helicopter, would you? In fact, I would. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit slower because I am in the process of downloading it, but I think downloading it's going to be better for us in the long run anyways. And it's rainy and windy. Perfect. Let's get into this. Dang, she looks good. Can I hear thunder? Even better. Okay, so let's look at pre-flight stuff on the outside. Is I'm going to be doing this without the tablet here because I could always go into checklists. There, but I'm not going to. We're going to raw dog it first, and then we'll start getting into more details as we go. I want to get good first impressions, raw first impressions. There we go, that's gone. Both of those pulled with one click. We have 2 Turbomeca Aerial 1Cs, I believe, as far as the engines. Like 780 horsepower each in the Civ version. The military 700 horsepower each, because they want to give you like a little bit of headroom for over torquing and maintenance and whatnot. Okay, inside, looking good. Seating for 5 plus 2 up front. Shift C puts us in the pilot seat. As always, we're going to need battery. We are going to need... Why would somebody download a helicopter? It might be before your time, but there was a ad that went on for a while. It was like talking about music and stealing music online. And it's like, you wouldn't download a car, would you? Look, there's a pre-flight thing in here. Group before flight. Don't know what that is. Oh, that's landing gear. Okay, cool. Parking brake as well. Oh, that's just the place where you hang it. That's a cool touch. Good job, Taogs. Okay, let's look. So we got to find battery. We have to make sure we have ignition and fuel. I have throttle and everything turned all the way down. Everything should be mapped. But we won't see it moving now because we don't have hydraulics on this. A hydraulic helicopter. So let's see. We have... that there. I'm not going to worry about generators. Or actually, we can go ahead and do. Generators and inverters on. Up here we have cabin lights, strobe anti-collision. That can be on. Hydraulics, we'll get that on in a second. Pitos, we can wait for that. All that can wait. Let's see, where do we have fuel aisle at? Transfer pumps on. So here, pump 1, 2, 3, 4. Fuel test. Not going to worry about that. I'm assuming my brand new helicopter is going to work. Is that a click and hold or a... No, I don't want 100%. That's way too much. Okay, so I'm going to have to use mouse scrolly wheel for that. There we go. So they need at least 15% throttle. It looks like we're lighting off there. And now we can see stuff's moving because we have hydraulic pressure. Okay, cool. Shut up. Yep, I'm aware. Engine number 2 spinning up. So that's gonna be a start procedure. I'm gonna get used to rolling it up first. I don't have buttons to make starters. I do, but I don't know if that's what I want to do, you know? So that may have been an issue there. I had my governor switch turned off. And having the governor switch turned off looks like it was letting one of the engines overspeed. So we may have to go through with this again, but there's an issue with my setup. Okay, you can shut up. Let's see, it's an autopilot thing, and we have pitos that need to be on. Quiet. Okay, let's see. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Okay, I shut the horn up. The alarm's still fussing at me because of autopilot. I don't know where autopilot is. I don't care where autopilot is, technically. Which I see here, we have out and all those things there. Radio pumps are on. Cool. I'm not going to worry about it, really. Park brake off. We're leaving the horn off. The alarm keep fussing. I don't care about autopilot. Did I have an issue there at the beginning when I was first turning this on? Yes, because I did not have my governor switch, which is tagged with my Robinson controls. And it was fussing at me because of that. And hopefully that will not lead to us having a failure soon. Heavy right pedal coming up. Set down real quick. Parking brake on. Just look at this other stuff. Okay, actually thinking about it, it's easy now. Okay. No idea which way the wind's coming. There is a storm. Let's go fly into Tampa. Gear can go up. Oh, it's got the sound. That's good. So yeah, startup procedure is strange. That's just because I've got less involved peripherals than a lot of people. Kind of wish the starter buttons would, I don't want to say hang themselves, but if they did like an auto toggle thing that would just make it easier, or have the option to do that, that would make it easier. Let's see, we can click that in. Cruising 150 knots air right now. Still a bit wiggly though. I'm curious if that's like a yaw control thing with the autopilot system. Three in the green, let's set her down real quick. I'm gonna go on the checklist. Since we did take off and fly successfully, I do want to look at the checklist. Cyclic is moving. Checklist. Pitot covers, engine covers, blade socks, leakages, heading, fuel tank. So yeah, heading into the wind. So they have a what do I call it? Like a tug thing that you can use for this to start it in the wind, so you're not getting backfeed into the engines. Good. Interior checklist. Cabin drawers, fire extinguisher, circuit breakers, yaw pedals, seats, seat belts. Cool. Pre-start switches all off. Voltmeter. Contactors on. Instrument lighting. Fuel flow. Fuel shut off. Rotor brake. Release. That's there. Yep. Static pressure. Emission selector. Oral alarm on. I have the horn off right now. ATC transponder. Steps. Position lights. Anti-collision lights. Sure. Indicator test, alarm, fire, torque, gen, inverters. Landing gear down, clock, altimeter. Fuel management, let's see. Fuel gauges reading, test, booster pump is 1, 2, parking brake, nose wheel. Starting engine 1, start. Press start and slowly move the lever to 12. Can't do that because of my setup currently. Starter must be continuously pressed until 40. Figured that. Verify generator rotates and T4 rises within 10 seconds. Max 75. Cool. Engine 2 start. Same thing. Ground power, exterior windshield, pitot, caution, temperature, electrical, engine, auxiliary. Set hydraulic isolate to off. See, I saw that somewhere. Which one's off and cut? That's not that, because that gave us more lights. Normal. Extra lanes 1 and 2 are on. Will that fix me problems? Radio navigation system testing somewhere. Okay, that got rid of the alarm. AP light's still on for some reason, but that got rid of the alarm. Didn't look like it was when it was flying? Weird. Okay, let's see. It does, it's just minimal. Compared to like the R22 and stuff, and the Hughes, which are non-hydraulic systems, this moves very little comparatively. Hydraulic ones barely move. Okay, cool. And the autopilot light goes off. Okay, that's what it was. Just a system I'm unfamiliar with and don't plan on being familiar with for a while because I cannot afford anything with autopilot. Yeah, so we got a few more viewers in here now. If anybody has any questions or comments, let me know. I'll answer the best I can. This is a brand new helicopter, just came out. We are playing with it and seeing what that thing can do. And also I will say, kind of like the downside of this helicopter is the range apparently isn't the best. Fast, but the range apparently isn't the best. I do plan on using this for some over-the-water flights for the Around the World series. So I'm assuming we will definitely be feigning having a ferry tank. We're right there on torque limits. That's on me. That's why it's beeping at me. Yeah, let's take her mildly IMC and see what she does. But yeah, still moves. Just lightly. Trim ball works good, that's nice. Oh yeah, here's the thing. Yeah, that's where I can do ground handling, tow cart, weight balance, live map. Neat. Yeah, here are the clouds we're looking for. Let's see. controller disconnected. Guess what? If I wiggle my mouse, it's not. Two different rotor RPM gauges. That's weird. Climb up into this. Overall, not bad so far. Sounds are good. When I was throwing the big movements in and down there, the sounds are really good. I can hear the blade, appropriate blade slap. All the little beeps and booms and bongs and everything the system gives me when I'm flying outside my limits, they seem to be correct. I like the torque gauges though, because like I don't care if I'm flying at 50% torque. It gives me like how close I am in relation to allowable limits, which is neat. And honestly, like if I knew autopilot stuff, this would probably be easier. But yeah, this is not easy, so we're gonna dip down out of that. Okay, not bad. There's definitely V&E speed there. You gonna kill me? Overspeed the rotor. Yep, not worried about landing gear. We're not landing. We're just working windy hovers. Out of ground effect windy hovers. You can definitely tell it's a finished from tail rotor though. A lot less responsive. She's got a lean in sound, that's nice. She accelerates quick too, that's good. Yeah, definitely not like 500c go-karty feeling, but it's got its own different sort of feeling. Like the 500c is almost like a Miata. You hop in and it's just kind of Goes exactly where you want and when you want. This is more Aston Martin-ish, if that makes sense. More grand touring. And obviously this is way faster. But it definitely has that feeling of, okay, cool, this is not made to stop on a dime. But it is made to just be like a blender in the sky that just missiles through. Trees are a little bit overgrown there. I mean, but even then, like, it's still agile. Like, I'm still not fighting it really to do any of this. You can see my hand movements. My hand movements are just like moving my fingers around a little bit. It's not like I'm having to argue with it to do what I want it to do. It's a different feeling, especially getting slower. Getting slower, it's definitely a different feeling. And a lot of that's just with the tail rotor anti-torque system. The weight of the helicopter as well. So there's a lot that feeds into that. Yeah, not bad. Three in the green, on the ground. Okay, cool. Let's try other stuff with it. In flight. Oh, I have a friend that lives over here. I kind of knew the general direction I was going, but I didn't know how far he would have been. No, I don't think that's it. Oh well. Lake Brandon. Yeah, that's definitely a helipad there. Okay, let's find another type. Another variant. Also, I need some caffeine. I did a morning workout this morning. Let's see. Configure. We did VIP, which was the AS365. There's also the HH65, which is mill version. So that's what we're going to do next. They have short nose, long nose, every nose in between. In two models. What did we just do? It was an N2. Okay. Let's do the 65 Bravo. See what liveries we have as the Bravo. Coast Guard Maine, Coast Guard Honolulu. We can go to Hawaii. Kodiak, Alaska. Atlantic City. Let's do Hawaii. Florida's kind of rainy there. Also, I love how it's just like using big satellite data, then it's like more fixed data from airports and stuff like that. Very funny. I would assume Coast Guard Station would be over here. Right? I don't think they have another place where a Coast Guard Station would be. It would be at the main airport. Helipads usually start you running. Yeah, so we're gonna do there. Oh, actually, I want to stop. £2,300 of fuel is a lot. It's a decent sized thing. Oh, also, so of the airports that we can leave up here, I think this would be the most likely whenever we get here soon. Says departure. Oh, that puts us well within over here, I would think. Okay, yeah, that puts us in hitting distance there. The other ones were playing weird, but there's also some airports that are up in this area here that aren't shown as an airport right now because of whatever reason. Like they're older, defunct, but the locals will still use it. So I was partially considering that, but I think that'll give us range there. Anyways, back over here. Back to Honolulu. Mill ramp. Make sure there's nothing over here. Let's do this one. So that looks like a helipad there. Okay, so I ended up going to the right one anyways over here. Looks like I stumbled into greatness. Stumbled being keyword. Okay, so blade seems slightly lower. Pitot tube's not on the front. They're kind of on the side now. We have a winch up here. I don't think there's anything I have to do to prep it correctly. We don't have any wheel chocks. Got a cuck chair. We have... Can we open this right now and see what it looks like? Very cool. That's an engine. Who knew? Baggage door for bodies. Antennas going back to that, I assume. I assume that's an antenna cable. Hello. Beware of blast. That's what she said. Ooh. Okay, cool. Okay, feels slightly different in here. Bigger buttons, that's for sure. Let's familiarize ourselves. So we have battery connectors, we have generators. Let's see, where's on there? We got lights. Position lights, going to knock those on. Engine anti-ice.
Anticipate. I'm definitely anticipating. Screw it. We're doing it. Battery on. Don't know what that is. CPLT. Emergency cutoff doesn't matter. I think that's backwards. Does that look right? Weird. Okay. I won't. You at 15%. Different gauges. I have my governor switch turned on here. Okay, looks like we're at 50 there. Oh, shut up, you're fine. Get rid of that. Let's see. Y'all pitch trim. Are you a shut up by clicking on you type of guy? Nope. We're gonna figure this out first. So those are all autopilot things. Well, the autopilot's off now. Well, the warning light's off. You shut the horn up. What are you bitching about? Ugh. That's what I get for not reading the manuals. Let's see what we got over here. Anything worth clicking? Gyros, comms, audio, HSVD. Let's see. Don't think we need to mess with this. Let's see. Autopilot buttons. If anybody's an HH65 Bravo pilot, looking forward to hearing from you telling me what I'm doing wrong. Okay, so all this is here. It's on. There's nothing here that I really want to mess with. I don't want to mess with any autopilot things. Okay, let's see. Make sure the autopilot FCS are on by flipping all the lane switches. Where are my lane switches?
Ah. Does that get rid of that? Yes. Okay, cool. It's always the autopilot. Always the autopilot. Turn that on. No, no, no. You have nothing else to complain about. Why? Why are you complaining? Okay, cool. You've lost horn privileges. And I don't want those up this entire time. Pressure and temperature normal. Yep. Get rid of that. Tab. Park and brake off. Horn, yeah, we'll deal with you later. Like I said, you've lost your horn privileges. Press G. What a good looking thing. I want one of these. Boy, that glider would have been getting screwed right there. Why are you not turning? This nose wheel steering, I mean, nose wheel steering is unlocked. Weird. Okay. Hawaii. Coast Guard Tower, Helicopter 420 Foxtrot Whiskey, picking up over at the Coast Guard Station. We will departing whatever direction we want to, and you can't tell us otherwise. Ah, I think I know what the problem is here. We need power. Elaine, you are the worst co-pilot. You know it's my first time. I felt like it came unstuck from the ground. That was weird. Let's do that again. Okay, on the ground. Parking brake is off. Up we go. There we go. That was nicer. It's weird. So what I'm feeling while I'm picking up here, for anybody curious what my thought process is, there's always the thing about the two-stage pickup, which is just raising the collective slowly and making sure that you're not drifting left, right, forward, backward, whatever. So here, if I have too much far forward and I start lifting on the collective, we're going to go forward, rolling forward. Going backwards, yeah, we could go backwards, but it's probably going to end up in a tail strike there. So having to pick up and do a small wheelie, the front end seems to pick up first, at least the way that we're weighted right now. I'm trying to keep my door in the same spot here. So front wheel's off the ground, back wheel's still down. Rolling forward there, but I'm backwards to cancel it out. So it's like a little wheelie on the initial pickup, and then holding yourself there in the correct position. Interesting. Okay. Let's hover over these dudes. Give them a little breeze. Okay. I've already told Tower I'm doing what I want to do. gear can go up. We're aware. Okay, what do we need to test on this? Actually, well, what I do want to test, we'll sit down over here at the ramp real quick. That is correct. We will do landing gear down. Thanks for letting me know. Oh, that's a good blade chop. While we're here, actually, let me do see if we can settle this bad boy with power, you know. Okay, so we may end up on a crash here, guys, but this is for science. I was able to arrest the fall a bit. I didn't want to over torque it, give us issues if I survive, but it looks like it's... Let's see. Strange. Okay. I want this tablet. Heli tow card. Cool. Weight and balance. Left tank, right tank, additional tank. Firefighting. Oh. I guess that's like if I'm using this as a firefighting thing, because I think they have a tank set up where you can use that in a career mode or role playing, whatever. Let's see. Oh, there we go. We're right at max gross there. Okay, I want to see what this is like taking off real quick. She feels heavy, that's for sure. Ooh, also, something I want to point out. I want to hop out. And actually, I don't know how to do this in VR. We'll try it. We'll see.
So something that they did with
this being what it is, as special of a thing as it is. Yeah, there you go. There you go. They modeled the actual manipulations of up there. Let's see if I can figure this out. Because there's a way to go drone mode. I have no idea how to go drone mode. Let's see. How do I do drone? Controls. Drone. 5, 6. Reset drone. Lock drone. Increase drone. Toggle drone. But how do I turn on the drone? Shift X. Then what's my KOIJL? Okay. Okay, so I think there's a way, from what I've seen other people talking about here, is you can battery on, and you can, I think, there's a way to do the hydraulics to where you can use hydraulics. Let's see. I'm also nowhere near this type of person in knowing how to do anything related to this. But I would love to showcase it, you know? Tail hydraulic. No, I don't want tail hydraulic. That should all be lighting over there, nothing else. Okay, so let's see. Shift X. Whoa, whoa, what am I doing? How do I... Okay. I want to go forward. Up. Up. No, 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 no. No. I want to see what's going on in here while I'm wiggling sticks. Oh well. Oh well. Anyways, that's modeled. So wild. Okay, let's fly Hawaii real quick. But yeah, just know that that shit there's modeled, and huge shout out to Taogs Hangar for that. That's amazing. I don't like you. And you know what, while we're at it, I don't like you either. Okay. Now we've got that out of the way. Okay. I'm not going to say speed run, but battery, generator. Actually, I don't need those yet. Though I do want... That's all good. That's all good. That's there. That's there. That's... I don't care about that. That's all normal. That's good right now. Okay. that should be there. Locked off. Move these up to like 12, 15. Click and hold. It goes on. Yeah, this is so well modeled. Like, even me being in, like, mid-graphics level VR. Like, it feels so good. Rank up, I have hydraulics now. That's working. Yep, I know. You're good. You're good. You're good. Chill. Daddy, chill. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna roll y'all up a little bit. Silence. Yep, you're good. You can beep 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 beep. I know. Pedo. Anti-collision position. Let's see what else we have on this thing here. Exterior. FLIR pod, yes. Oh, can't do mirrors. High intensity searchlight, yeah, I'll take it. Infrared, why not? Battery cart, don't care. Fuel jettison system, don't care. Bambi bucket, sure. Let's see if the Bambi bucket's there when I pick up. Got a shadow. Well, I don't have any drops or anything set up with this yet, I don't think. I haven't looked up what the keybinds are for that. That's cool. The Bambi bucket off. Controls, reduce trim sensitivity. I want to look into that because mine's not spring centered. That makes it feel smoother. As you can see, we're smooth. I put some shake in it. That's cool. I know that's something they talked about. Weight and balance, use guides, autopilot. Okay, let's mess with this. Let's mess with autopilot. Trying to see that clicked in. Nope, I'm definitely able to go down there. Yeah, no idea how that works. That's something I'll have to read into it. Don't say that ever again. What did I say? I don't know what I said. Ooh, I wonder. Yo! Yo! Sick. Very nice. I think I have to download something for that one, but I do have this 750 downloaded, or I should be able to use it. And Daddy Chill. That's a funny video. So. That's cool. Interior light controls. So gameplay. Yeah, this is so well done. User guides, flight manual, key bindings, tutorials. Look at a little keyboard. I'm looking for is Bambi bucket stuff. I want to say that I have it set up on the there's so many available keybinds, it's wild. Cargo. So I don't know if that would be that. Water release. P. Man. What are you beeping at me for? I didn't do anything. New version update. Please update from PMS50. Okay, whatever. It still works. I had no idea where I was flying that whole time. Apparently we're over at Honolulu International now. So that's cool. Don't text and fly, people. The sick thing is this thing still goes 150 with a winch on it. A 145 from High Performance Group. You put a winch on the outside of that thing and it does not go. Hey Dino, what's going on? Come here, buddy.
Dina, come here. Have you been outside? You're warm. I can feel your hair's warm. Hey, buddy. Mwah. You sweet boy. You are. You're a sweet boy. Yeah, let's just fly in their departure path. That's no big deal. They actually think it's cool because we're in a helicopter in Superior. See, we'll fly under this one. That's what the cool kids do. Oh man, they were getting off. Never mind. Thought they were taking off. Everybody see Dino all right? Dino, come here. This is Dino. He's a helicopter, homie. Don't beep at me. I know I'm low. Okay, bud. Thank you. Back up. Yeah, Dino appearances just make it worth it. Hello, I'm here to pick up your mother. We have a door up here. Look at that. Oh, man. Little settly there. Also, the gear's not down. The wind. The wind can bugger off. I think we can fight this Hawaiian Airlines plane as it's coming into land. Anybody watching this after the fact, thinking about it, get the helicopter. It's good. It's really good. Hawaiian Airlines 864. The chillest of daddies, if you will. I like the our Horizon ball there. I like it more in this version than the N2. I like the brown and blue. It's a good, easy visual. And there's the airplane. Excuse me, sir. Do you have your hall pass? Huh. He doesn't have a hall pass. Guess we gotta pull him over. Also, in their trailer for this that they released, they had night vision. I don't know how they did that. I'm extremely interested. I don't know if it's a mod. Okay, let's see. How are we going to test the things I want to test? Okay, landing gear is down.
There we go. Forced auto. I have no idea where rotor RPM is. If there even is a rotor RPM gauge anywhere. Look out for that. Cool. Autos. Autos well. There's really no rotor RPM gauges there. Well, there is. There's NR somewhere here. I just don't know where it's at. There's gotta be, right? Okay, escape. Let's check out other variants. Excuse me. Excuse me again. Let's see. Configure. Utility, VIP, passenger. Give me a snub nose. Was the first one we did snub or not? First one we did was VIP. Yeah, first one we did was snub nose. That's right, because we had the two different pitot setups that we looked at. Okay, so it is 65 Bravo. We did an N2. 65 N2. 65 Alpha. And then a Foxtrot November. Okay, saving back. Oh no, I want to look at liveries. I assume it's probably the same ones. Liveries. We're still in the Alpha. San Fran. Default. Sandy. Barbers Point. Corpus Christi. Miami. Let's see. Yeah. Anything we need to change, we'll change in. Longer nose was something where I think they had like radar and stuff installed up front. So later variants, more technology. There may be other reasons for it. That's not something that I have tismed into yet, though, so I couldn't tell you for sure. But my big guess would be maybe a little faster, maybe a little bit more aerodynamic, but I think radome and everything is probably the... Yeah, because it says radome here, but maybe there's just bigger, better stuff when it gets bigger, better nude on the front. What's that? Was that the vertical? Yeah. Oh yeah, what I want to do. I want to look at download done. Download's still happening. Controls.
That's parking brake. Center that. No. Okay, let's see if we can do Bambi bucket stuff. Shift C. Hop in. This is an alpha, so it'll be slightly different, maybe. Don't like you. Cape textures have loaded in. We got battery, generator. Don't need that at the moment. That's good there. All that's good there at the moment. All that's good there. Anti-collision lights on. Cool with all that being where it's at. Still none of that works. Sick. Bring you up to 15. We'll start engine 2 first. That's on, that's down. Okay, that's good. Bring you up to 15. Yep, I'm aware. Beep, 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 beep. Good sounds, though. Really good sounds. Okay, that's there. Silence. Silence. What are you complaining about? Is it pedos? Okay, cool. I won't bucket. I won't bucket. We're gonna test bucket. We didn't check that one last time, did we? Ah, we can even look at the hoist and everything. That's cool. Okay, so we should have a bucket installed now. Horn. Why? Because we're not rolled up throttle yet? That's good, that's good, that's good. Looking good, looking good, looking good. Okay, cool. So I should have a bucket on the bottom now, and I should have a release button programmed. Let's go see if that's actually true. I'm going to leave the landing gear down, because if we need to land for any reason, it'd be nice to be able to, you know, land without having to worry about gear. Crushing a bucket's cool. Crushing the whole bottom, not that big. Or much bigger deal. Make sure we got the bucket underneath. Yep. Oh, what's that? I don't think that's going to be deep enough for us. Is head a little west. Actually, there's a lake over here. We'll use this lake. Don't have a view underneath. What do I have here? Is that torque? Something. Maybe weight. What, we're at 30 feet there, just above it, so we're going to want to be 25 feet. I'm watching my radar altimeter there, top right gauge. That's 20 feet. And that's below. Feels heavier. If we have water in it, that's sick. %90 torque. Moving out, we have some airspeed. Sick. My release isn't working. Oh no, what did I do? So I set a release. I don't know why the release didn't work. So now I just have a bucket of water. Kind of heavy. I can feel it. I kind of want to fly with that, just let it drag me around a little bit. And like that's spot putting it there. Over torque, hello. Forgot that I'm heavy. So yeah, one thing I heard somebody saying one time was, you don't fly the helicopter, you fly the load. Which sounds ridiculous, but I think actually vertical referencing it would be hard. I don't think, like, knowing what my cable links and everything are, I don't think it'd be that hard to, like, put it where I want it to be. Like this right here. Oh, ooh, vortex ring state does exist. Sick. Cool, so we can get vortex ring state. Why can't I dump my bucket? Weird. Anyways, I want to keep playing with this. So it's behind me a bit. Interesting. Okay. Let's get rid of that fella. Because you ain't working for me at the minute. Something we'll have to address later. Anyways, 65 Alpha doesn't seem that different. Other things, so we did get vortex ring state, we did get settling of power, letting the bucket drag us down, so that is a thing that exists, which actually I'm happy that it did that, because that means well modeled. Auto rotates decently. Let's do like an actual settling with power, or more of a vortex and less settling. Okay, that's able to slow in a vortex thing. So like near ground quick descent, it'll drag you. In air, it doesn't seem to really care that much. I just kind of added collective and it was good. I don't know if we've ever had one that does it in air. All the Taogs ones though do seem to do it when you're near the ground and getting into it. So that's cool. No landing gear down. Can't touch. The floor is lava. Let's see. What other helicopter thing? We're going backwards now. Let's try it. Looking for backwards speed. Oh, nope. Doesn't like it. Yeah. Decent speed sideways. What is that? 55, 60 knots that we were at just there. Hard to tell. You gotta straighten up and let the airspeed catch. That way you can read it. And that was going this side too. If we were doing it the other way, it'd probably be a little bit less. Just because right pedal, power pedal in this one. And we want to increase our crabbing. We'd have to drop collective. See, there we're straightening up. When we straighten up here, we're doing so like high 40s, 50 knots. So left and right, it does read differently, as it should. Let's make some engine failures. You gonna chip me? Chip me, buddy. So let's overspeed the rotor. Okay, rotor, we're going to overspeed you. I hope you like this. I am abusing this right now. This is like... I would have caused $1 million worth of damage at this point. So what I'm doing, the beeping, I've got my collector pulled all the way up. I'm asking as much torque as I can. I've got full right pedal applied, which is keeping me straight, but also right pedal takes more power to use because of the way this helicopter's main rotor system functions. So I am screaming it. I'm asking way more torque than what it really likes to give. I'm drooping the rotor speed dramatically. And on that too, what I'm about to do is get all that rotor speed back really quickly. So we're looking at the bars here on this side. The middle one is rotor speed. You can see it's way oversped at the moment. And then as I'm letting it overspeed, I'm going to throw some forward airspeed into it, keeping my collective all the way down so the airspeed spins it up. And getting down here and throwing monster flares up into it. Throwing 120 knots worth of airspeed into a flare. Trying to get it to come apart, then back to full torque. Like I said, this is abuse. This would be grounds for instant firing, probably a court-martial since this is a Coast Guard helicopter, and causing millions of dollars worth of damage and possibly even catering the airframe. I would like to droop the rotor completely. That would be sick. Let's get rid of one engine. Bring that back to idle. There we go. I lost rotor RPM there. We're deadly slow. And while we're here, actually, let's bring the other one back. Still have the collective all the way up. I don't care. Right now we're chasing death, technically. Okay, both of those are idle. I've got... Is it savable? Is it savable? Yep. And that was a soft enough landing. Oh, there's shit right there. That's why. So yeah, so that's a thing that I don't think it's perfectly modeled with any helicopter that I've found yet. But when you cut engine, there is a point where if you have your collective pulled full rip enough, your rotor speed will decay to a point that it is no longer recoverable. An auto rotation lets the air that's moving through the rotor system spin it up and get it to speed, but there's a point when it gets too slow to where it doesn't matter how much you push down and how flat you make the rotor system, you will not get it back. So I'm going to do basically the same thing here again, except I'm going to throw a lot more altitude at it here at the beginning. And the purpose of that is just to give us the chance to decay it absolutely as much as possible. I mean, if we got to go up 5,000 to 6,000 feet, I will go up 5,000 or 6,000 feet because I want to see if I can decay the rotor speed beyond recoverable. And that would be something really neat to see. I know it doesn't exist in the R22. I've basically been able to stop the R22 blade system in air, and it will still recover, even though it shouldn't. We're at 3,000, 4,000. Oh wow, that was quick. So watching the rotor speed again. As you can see, it's kind of hard for me to control which way that we're going here. Yeah, I know, dangerously low there, bud, huh? See there, it's giving it back to me. I don't want any of this. And now, let's see if I can get it back. Super low. Yep. So yeah, it is savable. I don't want to be like, oh man, what a bummer. But also when you're in the water, you put your collective to one side, or your cyclic to one side. Let the blade slap the water, and that stops the rotor, so then you can get out safely if you don't have floats. Okay, let's see. Saw another configuration, utility. McDermott's good livery. I like McDermott. We'd have to go to Australia for that one. Talon, nice. Oh. I don't know why, but the primer color does it for me. McDermott, they have a lot of 214s. That'd be a cool thing to see in, but we have the Hueys, so. Okay, let's go primer. Let's go to France. Who dat? Iberian, where are you flying? So I think Airbus is... Isn't it like down here somewhere? I'm gonna type in Airbus. Not the one I'm thinking of. Are there a lot of helipads here? Let's make it clear. What is all of that crap? Weather? Ugh. Saint Expusery. Like, where we take off doesn't matter. But, like, if I can have a choice of somewhere that's neat. Like, we'll do somewhere neat with a view, you know? Marcel. Well, I mean, the 365 isn't made anymore. So... technically, it wouldn't be coming from the Airbus factory. I still love the 365 though, or the H155 when it got to Airbus territory. Oh, the primer looks good. Is the different colors just like the type of primers that go on different materials? That's my best guess, right? Okay, back in a civilian model. So you have to retrain the brains slightly, but we'll figure it out. Battery contactors on. That's on, that's on, that's on. That's good. Fuel. Pumps are on. That's down, that's down. Excuse me. Let's throw you up to 15. Click and hold. Right side spinning. I'm looking at that gauge. We have the fire ones there. I'm looking at that gauge there. Once it gets to 40, I'll click off of this, go to the other one. Okay, that was good. Got hydraulics there now. Sick, that's at what, 4%? Click and hold. Beep, 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 beep. Super cool. Beep, 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 beep. Once that hits 40 on that gauge to the left of the one we were looking at earlier, we'll be good to let go. 40. Let's run these up to 25 while we're getting everything else set up here. Set down to run. Good on all of those. Let's see. Pitos. Beep, 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 beep. I know. Yeah, I know my rotor RPM's low right now. I'm not worried about that. Inverter on. Horns, the last thing left there. Alarm, whatever. Limit. That's fine. Power loss because we're running at lower RPM, so that's cool. I can remove that now. But let's see what cockpit differences I can do here. Which I don't... Oh, crap. That's my tripod. Cool. So I don't have that one downloaded, but I did buy the GTN 750 a few months back, so we'll use a 750 cockpit setup. That's cool. Okay, cool. We can still put that down there, although they suck. So Taog, if you're watching this, I don't know how many of these you're going to be going around checking out. If I could make this move around easier, get it further away from me. Okay, that's not bad there. That's not bad. So I can go to live map there. Satellite. Oh, that's good. I am a map dude, so this is good for me. Oh, it's got our altitude and everything. That's nice. So I can say 801 there. And 801 looks like we're plugged in there because I think we're 2992 as far as our since I've set it for clear weather. So that's cool. Not worried about that now. Doors. Oh, nope, don't want that. Exterior. So I can do a water tank now, I believe. So maybe that's what my thing earlier where I had the water dump. Cool, I have a water gauge thing down here now. I'm going to roll my throttles up. We're going to try this. So there's a river nearby. Fast rope. Wire strike kit. Yeah, please. I like wire strike kits. I think they look hot. It's our little unicorn horn up there. Okay, speaking of horn, we can turn our horn on now since we have rotor RPM and it's not going to yell at us. Okay, 2, we're good there. So we're going to take off real quick. Looks like we do have a hose hanging, so that's cool. We got the dongle. So we have a lake over here to our north that we're going to go check out. Okay, lake in sight. We will approach over here from the southeast. So I think the Bambi button release buckets are different. That might be cargo release button. Sorry guys, I'm also experimenting with buttons and stuff here. So I have no idea what's going on. Okay, but I've got a green light, so it's doing... Okay, it is filling up. Probably hover higher. We're not leaking anything, so that's good. Okay, so let's see, I got... Why aren't you releasing for me? Okay, menu... User guides, key binding. What's the P mean? And they have a whole PDF thing for this as well. Oh, probably because it's the 365 versus H65. Might be what my issue was there. Okay, let's see. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Okay. Something that we are missing. I think I've got file downloaded here, but I believe it's the same thing as... what we're looking at there. Starter, searchlight, rotor brake position, parking, nose wheel, mission, limit, landing, inverter. Hoist, okay. Find, search, water. I wish I knew more about simming stuff so I could decode what this means. Do I have to have water stuff armed? I don't think there's anything I have to arm for it. Strange. Okay, I'll look into that. We'll have it figured out. Nope, not that. That's all normal, that's all normal, that's there. Gives me the gauge and I have it set to my cyclic hat. But nothing is happening. P, mandatory, no cockpit mouse interaction. Okay, so P just means it's mandatory that I set something for it. Well, I did. I set something for it. Let's see. Taogs Hangar. Control. Watt. Oh well. It's something I will figure out eventually. Nothing I'm really worried about at the moment. It would just be neat, you know? Cool, it gives me track too. Sick. Dig it. So far, I'm like very happy with all of this stuff. Why is autopilot pitching? Oh, because I landed. Okay. Dino? Is that another Dino appearance? Come here, buddy. I'm on the ground. Come here. There he is. Mwah. How are you? You good boy? So what time is it? It's 3:56. What? Who knew? That means you got an hour and 15 minutes until dinner time. That's right. It is. You got an hour and 15 minutes till dinner. Oh, you give such good kisses, buddy. Thank you. What do you think? Did you know why the helicopter not dropping water? Did you think you could figure it out? I said, you know how this stuff works, don't you? You know how this stuff works, don't you? Okay. Thank you, bud. Much appreciated. I don't even know why, but even like taking off just the shadow of this thing with like the sun behind it just feels tough. Maybe because it's like just bubbly enough to kind of make it feel like it has muscles, you know? Like a helicopter that's too sharp, like, yeah, it feels like a knife, but it just doesn't feel muscular. This thing, though, like, look at that. It feels like it's got some shoulders on it. A Dino-only stream? With him flying or just him on camera? Dude, he'd be all for that, because that just means I'm paying attention to him. Oh, did I give you some rotor RPM you didn't want there? Oopsie. Let's see, what am I looking for? There's a river out here. It's to our northeast, okay. The opposite direction of where we're going. Yeah, dude, Dino is the bee's knees. I love that dude to death. I've had my other pup Ellie for a while. Love her to death, but Dino, there's some me and him have a connection. We are best homies. Oh yeah, there's mountains over there too. You know, who knew flying in Europe, just to the north of the Alps, would give us some mountains to play with in our area. completely normal and can totally be trusted with a high-speed helicopter in real life. Yeah, this thing handles great. Like I said, it's not go-karty. It's not go-karty like the OH6 is. Or the Hughes 369 MD500D. I think it's either a Charlie or a Delta. That Taogs also has. It's not that. It's not supposed to be that. But what this is a ballistic missile that you can land neatly in a small area if you need to. And for what it is actually agile. Also, for the people coming in and coming out that aren't my normal crowd, likes and subscribes go a long way. All that's much appreciated. If you have any questions or comments or suggestions, the comment section is open. Feel free to type something in and say hello. Powerline. Which we have a wire strike kit, but I wouldn't want to hit that at 140 knots. But yeah, the comment section's open. Feel free to ask questions, toss in some information if you have it. That is also much appreciated and very welcome because it helps the stream go on even better than what it does. And we will continue bringing this content for the love of the game. Pretty big river, but look how steep these little cliff areas are over here. And Dino already knows how to fly. What do you mean he can learn how to fly? Look at this. These are cool. Look at that little valley area over here. I like this. Very pretty. Yeah, no, I'm allowed to pull over 100 if I want to. I read the manual. Still waiting on somebody to make like an Augusta or like Leonardo Augusta, whatever, same thing. Like a 139, 169, 109. No, some sort of like that. I don't think there's any of those in the game. Also, a Westland Lynx would be sick. Fastest helicopter in the world. That'd be a cool one to get thrown into the game somewhere. It was kind of pretty out here, not gonna lie. That's not a valley, that's a end of a valley. What happens if I take it up over? Put him on the controls. He already left. He's got a life. He also has a secretary that does like a full schedule for him. And apparently I'm not on the schedule right now. He's allowed to come in here and check in between breaks, but not that, he's not able to. So we're at the mercy of his schedule, not the other way around. Look at this valley over here. So good. What an area. Look at that. Dude, getting to fly out here consistently would be sick. What? You're kidding me. This is beautiful. What airport did I take off of? I need to mark this on my map. Places to go. Okay, you're doing the Airbus thing. Yes, I know my landing gear is in fact up. Very stable too. Like once you learn it and lock in with how it handles, you know how to preemptively push the pedal just a wee bit, because the Finistrum is not quite as snappy as an exposed tail rotor. What a good looking valley though. Even though this is primer, it's still a very nice helicopter. I'm actually like really glad they put the primer look in. I kind of like the primer look a lot. Can we V&E this thing? Or like retreating blade stall it? Like I was just pushing airspeed well beyond. And we have like a tagged V&E 150 there on a sticker. I just went up to 185 somewhere in there as far as airspeed. What? That's a cliff? That's cool. Okay. Okay. Are we in France? Is this France? You think you like the snub nose better? Yeah. The long nose feels long nose. It doesn't feel like it belongs. This feels like it was designed with that. Now, let's say for some crazy ability, I have the chance to buy one of these. If long nose is the one that's around and it's got crazy good electronics and stuff that's in there that makes the long nose like beneficial, then yeah, sure, I'll take the long nose. But also, like, I'm extremely happy flying a Robinson R44. So I think a short nose variant is still significantly better than a 44. Way more than I could ever need personally. Okay, where are we? We are... go to street. Show me town names. Nope.
large airports near me. LFLB. Lima Foxtrot Lima Bravo. Would that be France? That is... ...13 miles southeast of me, so I'm 13 miles northwest of Lima Foxtrot Lima Bravo. Where does that put me? L is France. Yeah, France is a big L. Womp womp. Gotcha, Frenchies. I say as I fly a French helicopter. Yep, saw that one coming. My rotor blades is just too wide. Yep, over torque there. That was on me, eating up the power pedal. Oh, did I give you too much rotor RPM? Silence. Silence. Also, like, low-key, trying to break it, you know, find any sort of flubs, find any sort of issues with it. There is no H-175 in the game, and I do know that that is the record holder. So, kind of sucks, but this is the closest we have to the H-175. I mean, I guess the H-160 is 5 closer, because this is the H-155 technically. We have an H-160 in the game from High Performance Group. The H-175 is kind of like a whatever. Yeah, BL-105 things, yeah. This is not a BL-105. And in the manual, it says no aerobatics. Hello, Dino. Welcome back, bud. You've been requested, but you're going to go up there to take a nap. Was that what was on schedule? Okay. Okay, you're over there napping. Good. Like, I'm sure there's better helicopters out there, like in real life, in the world. But the Dolphin is so cool. And it's single pilot, which is even cooler. Like, obviously I'd want a Black Hawk also, but that's 2 pilot. We can fit. We can fit. I don't know what it just did that for, but we can fit. We can fit, and we can fit at speed too. He's got gonna sleep over there before you hop up here, dude. We can fit. We can do this. At speed. At speed, we can do this. Also, like some of the other helicopters, I'm relatively familiar with, like, how I feel inside of it, like where rotor limits are, where the hit boxes and everything are. I say hit box like this is a shooter game or something. Keep it right there. Yeah, easy peasy. I just not set up correctly because I didn't even know there was a bridge there. A Dino cam for whenever he's present. Hey, Iberian Trim's up here. Streaming, homie. Oh, he was in the BO-105. Just said it was. Where'd he go? Did he see that I had the new and he was like, oh crap. Can't be showing up in a 105. Yeah, dude, this part of France is kinda lit. We should definitely find oil out here and just, like, make sure they never use this piece of land again. Yeah, H-175 would be a cool one. I know people are trying to get somebody to make an H1, not an H, like an A139 Augusta Leonardo something, because that would be along the same class as the H-175. And like obviously the 175 would be sick, but there's plenty of Airbuses in the game. There's no Augustas Leonardos, so people are kind of leaning towards that. But Taogs Hangar is making a Sea King, so that's sick. Really looking forward to that. Think they make cheese over here? This just seems like a place where cheese would be. Oh, vortex ring. Yep. It's weird. It's like this has a like a height sensor almost, to where it's like I can't get into vortex ring state up in the air, but like down low it's like, oh no dude, you're screwed. Strange. You know what would fit well here? Walmart's, Waffle Houses, McDonald's. Parking lot's an 8-lane highway. You forgot Dollar General. Dollar General, like right here, lit. I would tear up a Dollar General right here. Let's go higher. I'm going to try Vortex Ring State again, but at altitude. Like I said, I feel like it's only close to the ground I can get it to happen. Like I'll even set up appropriately or whatever, and so there we go. Should be in it. There's no reason for us to be dropping this fast, you know. But if I add collective right here, Still staying in the same spot, you can see it stops us. But if we do it near the ground, it eats us. Let's get over here. Yeah. See, it was eating us there. That's what you forgot to list. You're sitting there typing that out and you're like, man, there's something that I'm not remembering. Yeah, so this vortex ring state only eats close to the ground. That's weird. Yeah, see? It just dropped me there. I think there's like a ground height thing for it. Nope, that was too much. I'm not going to learn my lesson. I'm doing it again. Piece of hair. Okay, cool. So I'm watching our thing here saying we're 80 feet above the ground there. Sorry, I was trying to lean in to show you guys a gauge. This bottom right gauge down here is a radar altimeter. So what I'll do, I'll kind of give us a little settling with power situation. And see if we can pick up on when it really eats us. Oh crap, that was it there. Like, for what reason? Why is it eating me right now? What? I did nothing. Both engines are good. They're both giving me torque. I don't have weight hanging off the bottom of me. Unless we're getting like some crazy wind or something coming from down the hill. Oh, 0 airspeed. Weird. Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to go up to like 150 feet. We're going to start like a 500 foot per minute straight down descent. And my guess, or actually I'm going to go to like 200 feet. So we can like build in our speed as we go down. So we're going to start like a 500 feet per minute descent, because 300 feet is what the threshold is. So right now we should be in it, but it's not giving it to us. Not giving it to us. Not giving it to us. I was able to recover on that one. Weird. Let's try 90 degrees offset. Maybe it's a wind direction. See, right there, I got 1,000,000 freaking feet per second up right there. Do we just have like a weird mechanical wind coming off the hill? That'd be strange, but also understandable. So we're going to get up to 200 feet again. Working to stay in the same spot. So there's 200 feet. We'll start a 300 plus foot per minute drop. Oh, yep. Did you see that? It was like a switch. It was like a switch. Yeah, they definitely have a height thing modeled on that. They definitely have a height thing modeled on that. I'll have to go back and look at that. Or we'll just do it again. I'll pay more attention. But that makes sense. that makes a lot of sense. Okay, cool. So we'll get up here to 200 feet again. I'm going to specifically watch our altitude. But it looked like at 150 feet or so was when it really started eating our lunch. Actually, no, we're going to go up to... Okay, so again, what we're watching, I'm watching our radar altimeter here. That's what I'm looking for. I'm going to put ourselves at 300 feet per minute down there, and I'm going to have our airspeed at 0. Okay, let's get pointed in. Actually, I'm going to point back to the right again, just because we didn't get it that first time. I'm thinking maybe I did something, didn't set it up right. $70, $150. No. Saveable. Let's face the opposite direction and not up the hill. Yeah, that was weird. Like, it was definite like a switch. Definitely a switch. I'll ask that in the Discord. That one hit me there on the switch. Why is it not doing it this way? Our escape will have to be uphill, so I'll be aware of that. And our escape out will be pressing right pedal and left on the cyclic. Definitely getting a wind. Yep. And now with that said, I don't know if maybe I'm just not getting a good 0 airspeed when I get up to a higher altitude. But it's almost like I cannot get a good vortex ring state. Wow. At any sort of like formidable altitude, you know. Nope, that feels like it there. Yeah. Let's get more altitude. Maybe that's still too close to the ground. Yeah, earlier it was feeling like it was definitely like an on-off switch getting, like, being near the ground. Because despite trying to get into vortex ring state many times at altitude, it just never seemed to want to give it to me. And part of that might just be not having a sort of visual reference to see how still we are staying in relation to the... Because up here, it's like, okay, cool, I can see 0 airspeed, but does that mean 0? Or does that mean I'm moving backwards in any way, shape, or form? It's right there, I'm still moving forward. just dump me and see if I can recover. Yeah. Yeah, it might just be visual reference up here that I can't get a... Looks like a fish. The Airbus does, in fact, look. Oh, see, there we go. Now we're in it. It might just be weird vertical, not vertical, but ground references up here at this altitude. But yeah, it definitely feels like it smacks harder near the ground. That is for sure. Nope, don't throw me in it. Also, my gear's not down, so I'm not going to land. We're just low hovering. Nope, that was a bump. Oh well. Not the Airbus, the SA 360. Oh, yeah, it does. That looked like a plane flying for a second, but it's just traffic. Just against a random black hill there. I thought it was like air traffic moving through. Okay, let's see. Actually, I haven't done like a proper shutdown procedure. We've just been exiting out, so let's land. Silence. There we go. That's what I'm looking for there. Very cool helicopter. Flight dynamics feel good. Vortex ring state's still very on-off. It's kind of progressive in real life. Once it does hit, it does pick up speed, so whatever. Let's see. Anything else I want to look at, or am I good to call it a day? Anybody watching, anything else you want to see regarding the AS365 and the HH65? I think we kind of touched on everything, really. And I've got to pee a good bit. Expect a how to start video on this for people here soon. We'll do an around the world series tomorrow morning, I think, possibly. Because right now we're up here in Dunsfold Aerodrome, somewhere in, yeah. We're parked here. And we got to get up here somewhere. Because we got to make some jumps. Especially getting to like there. And that's half fuel. Okay, cool. Anyways, we're good. But yeah, thanks everybody for watching. We have a new helicopter to play around with. That will be a big help. And it's definitely worth buying if you are in the market. Of course, now we have 8 people in here. We were just streaming for 2.5 hours. Where y'all been? But yeah, expect more. I'll be back. Maybe not tonight, but we'll be back for sure in the future. Like, comment, subscribe. Or really subscribe, because we'll be back more.